What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today we are going to be looking at the Team of the Season Edouard card, playing for Celtic and is French himself. Not too bad of a card, especially for the rest of the world. In fact, he probably has one of the better cards that are actually in the rest of the world Team of the Season. Obviously, playing for the Scottish League, the links are going to be a little bit harder. However, he does have a weak link to Kent. He does have a couple of strong links to, I believe, not Haji, but Elianusi. So, you know, there are a couple of links, however, none of them are quite meta. That being said, he is French, so you do have some great links there, so that shouldn't be a big problem. He looks to be pretty much everything that Jonathan David isn't, right? Jonathan David obviously had a great card. However, there were a few stats on him that prevented him from being good. 3 specific stats, and that was his curve, his work rates, and then his lack of skills. You look at Edouard here, and it's, again, very similar to Jonathan David. However, he does have those things that Jonathan David doesn't. He has the curve, which is 95. He also has the finesse shot trait, which is fantastic. He has better work rates at high and medium, and then he also has 4-star skills. Now, obviously, we're going to have to go in-game to see how he actually plays, but he should, at least on paper, be a step ahead of Jonathan David because of these things. And, you know, again, looking at his stats, there's no issues. He has great physical. His dribbling could be increased a little bit, so you put an engine on him, put a sniper on him, and he should be good. Pace is already very good. The acceleration, and then if you put a dribbling chemistry style on him, looks to be incredibly good, especially with his height, and again, the 4-star skills, so that's no problem there. We already mentioned his curve. His vision and short pass are good, so he can link up play, and then his shooting is also incredibly good as well. So again, everything that Jonathan David isn't, Edouard should be. Now again, we're going to be pretty much comparing him to Cecilia, who is arguably the best rest of the world team of the season, and it's going to be the same position, so we'll see how he plays there. Unfortunately, Edouard isn't necessarily the most versatile, considering his passing. You probably shouldn't be playing him on the wing, and then just because of his crossing, and then his passing itself isn't necessarily the best. It's only great for a striker, so he can really only play striker, you know, but again, I do expect him to be playing very well there. Okay, and coming up, okay, has loans, interestingly enough. He has a lone Puyo of all people at center back. Very good team. He's got that Depay, who's very scary, Awar, who's incredibly good at defensive mid, along with Conte, who scares me at defensive mid. That's probably arguably best defensive mid combo. Edouard just got in the way there. That was good. Can you do something? Okay. Edouard, what? I was not expecting that. I don't know if that's his height coming in. That's just luck. Let's be real. But at the same time, Jonathan David or even Cecilia may not be getting that because they're not 6'2". Okay, his positioning is pretty good. Let's see where he makes the run there. Right into open space. The pass could have been better. Finesse shot? Oh, okay. That was actually a really good run. That diagonal run into space, rarely, if ever, I see. Okay, Edouard, let's see where you are. Okay. So he is making those runs a little bit better. Oh, that's a horrible touch by Ozil. The run making is definitely better than Jonathan David. Again, mainly because of the work rates that he has. So that's good to see. Good. Okay, I don't mind him. Ozil went forward, and then Edouard filled that space that Ozil is supposed to be in. So I'm not minding that. Right there, he's still kind of sitting back. Again, supposed to be going forward, but he's still kind of sitting in that role of a false 9, which Ozil was supposed to be. So I don't really necessarily mind that, but I do want to see him transition as well as Cecilia did. Yo, what is that? That's a bad run. That's a really bad run. I know Ozil was off, but if Edouard cuts inside there instead of outside, that's a goal. Okay, Edouard is not making that run forward. It seems like his work rates are just are like inconsistent. It seems like sometimes it's medium, other times it's high medium, like it says. Other times it just, Jesus fucking Christ. So he does have a goal, but obviously that's from the mistake of the opponent. We haven't really had too many opportunities. We've had one, which came from his work rates, and 2, his skills. So it's already better than Jonathan David because he's able to utilize those things. However, we haven't really had the best of chances to do anything else. Okay, so he is high in average for his body type. It's not necessarily the best for dribbling. Obviously, we'd want it to be lean. So unfortunately, doesn't necessarily feel the best on the ball. Okay, far post, that's a goal. You have to put that in the back of the net. That's got to be a goal. What's your volleys? 90. He has a 96. 96 volleys, and you're not putting that in the back of the net. Are you kidding me? You're not even putting that on target? How? Are you Leno, you are straight up a god. Even though you should have had the ball initially. Are you kidding me? Find the switch. Good. Edouard, you're killing... Why? Why are you top of the box? Why is Ozil having to do everything? I mean, that's a pretty boring game. We had a few chances. 2 clear-cut chances with Edouard, and he did not put away either of them. And he has an 8.9 rating. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it was more of like a 7.5, honestly. I mean, again, I know he got the goal, but it was more luck than anything else. This was the best clear-cut chance that we had with him. I'm not sure how at all this goes wide. This has to be a goal right here. This has got to be clear-cut. Like, that's pretty far wide, honestly. From that position, that's pretty far wide. I'm not going to lie. That has to be on target at the very least. Who, I can't tell if that objective card actually looks good or not. And he's got David Neres, who I'm assuming is just in to link up Tagliafico. I mean, it's a little bit of a different team, so I can respect that. Let's see how Edouard fares. So essentially, we're just looking for more consistency from him. Dude. I'm getting really lucky with some of these things because I don't understand how that's not a goal literally 100% of the time. Dude, what is... I can't get the ball. I still cannot get the ball after 10 tackles and interceptions. What is this game? What the fuck is that? Yeah, see, right there, doesn't feel good on the ball. That's that, I want to say that is the body type of his, because obviously skills and everything, that should be fine. That's got to be near post. That's on me. Edouard, you got to run there. You got to make a run, Edouard. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, bad touch from Edouard. I mean, his passing is better than his shooting, it seems like. Genuinely. Like, that pass was 180, no look. And that he was able to play it perfectly, like it was nothing. Okay, Edouard running away from the ball. Yeah, obviously that's going to be a goal. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Edouard cannot position himself whatsoever. Period. Like, that's it. Like, end of. He can't position himself. Good pass. He holds him off. And then, instead of shooting it on his strong foot, which is obviously, 1, better for him because it's his strong foot. 2, it also makes sense. He decides to shoot it on his weak foot. Like, there's no logic as to why... Oh, God. Why? Someone's upset. Oh, someone's real upset. Imagine being that pissed off over literally nothing. I have not been toxic whatsoever. And he just decides to do it. Edouard, you gotta do... Yeah. Edouard, I mean, he puts himself out of harm's way, I suppose. But, like, for real, why? His positioning is not very good. Mesut Ozil with man of the match, gets a goal and an assist. I mean, he's with him pairing with Jonathan David and now Edouard. We can't do anything. It seems like quite a good team. Okay, two pacey as hell players as well with Moses and Insigne. It's got that Renato Sanchez in there. We're going to try how he plays in a one-striker formation, a 4-2-3-1 narrow, because last 2 games were 4-4-2. Because that's his last hope, genuinely. It seems like, if anything, he has to be playing in a one-striker formation. Otherwise, it's not going to be that good. Oh my god, yeah. So first of all, that should have been intercepted pass by him. He completely read me. But, yeah, good finish. I mean, that should be happening. He should be finishing that. That's not the issue. The issue is him positioning himself. His 2 goals were from mistakes by the goalkeeper. And his shooting's not bad. It's not as if he's going to miss that because he has good stats. But he's never really going to get that opportunity, it seems like. So his positioning's a little bit better. I'm able to get him the ball a little bit more. But, I mean, yeah, you look at his work rates, and it seems as if he's not really high-low, or high-medium, it seems like. Okay. That strength is fine, right? That's a good strength. He's able to hold off really good defenders with his strength. But it seems like he's a target man. Finally, dude. Finally, we got something. And again, it's not even really from... And it's technically from open play, but it's from a corner. It's not just directly from open play. It's not as if he's positioning himself and able to get him the ball. It's something that... It's from a dead ball setup. Okay, 2 goals from Edouard. And literally, out of his 3 goals that he scored, only 1 of them came from an assist because, again, the other 2 were from mistakes, goalkeeper mistakes. He just, for whatever reason, cannot position himself. And his positioning is just very inconsistent as well. I was not a huge fan of him overall. I mean, 3 goals, 1 assist. But again, 2 of those 3 goals were from goalkeeper mistakes. Another one was immediately from a dead ball setup. And then he had 1 assist to Ozil. You know, Ozil is dominating the build-up from Jonathan David. He's dominating the build-up from Edouard. And he's getting no support there. I'm not sure if I would really recommend him. You know, there's obviously no good links for him league-wise. Nation-wise, should not be an issue to link him up. Obviously, French is an easy place to link in one of the most overpowered nations in Ultimate Team. So that's not going to be an issue. It's just, is he worth it? And at around 210, 220k on Xbox, that is, for the way he moves, for his movement, for how he feels on the ball, genuinely did not really think I would be disappointed in him. And yet, here we are, where he just did not really do anything that great. You know, he was not able to I was not able to get him the ball for multiple opportunities. Maybe 1 good opportunity in the first game, I still remember, where he made a good run in open space, and then we were able to do a Berba spin and do a finesse shot. And, you know, sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't, right? I'm not blaming him for necessarily missing the shot. I am blaming him for not getting more of those shots, for not getting more of those opportunities. In fact, actually, now that I say that, we did get him a handful to which he did not put away. There was also a volley in the first game from point blank that he didn't even put on target with 99 finishing, 96 volleys. There was another point in the first game where he did the same thing. So, I mean, that's the main thing, is that trying out these players is the biggest thing, because, you know, my opinion can only go so far. I could have just played, you know, really good opponents defensively, or I might have just gotten a bad card, or you know, something like that. So it's worth trying out, but I'm just saying, don't have your expectations set too high. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you want any other players to be reviewed, just let me know, and I will try to get that done for you guys. But like I said, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.